Guys, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I want to talk about a story that occurred, I think it was on the 23rd, January 23rd of this month, and it happened out there in Putnam County, Florida. Shout out Putnam County, and it's about these two people right here. These pieces of crap, boyfriend and girlfriend. The male is Bruce Harris, 33 years old, and his girlfriend, Tashay, what the fuck? Tashua, damn, you'll see, Tasha Thomas. Man, I can't even say this name. Anyway, she's 27. Right? We all over the place today. We're going to roll with it. January 23rd, a 911 call came out of Putnam County, Florida about an unresponsive 1-year-old child, little boy. An officer happened to be in the vicinity, went over there, administered CPR until the paramedics came. Paramedics came. They was given a whole bunch of excuses of why they think the child was found unresponsive. And it's been found out that there were drugs in the house and the child accidentally ingested some drugs. Now, I'm going to show you this video. I want you to watch it. I'm going to come back and say what I say. Some people ain't going to like it, but I mean, it is what it is. This is a common occurrence. Girls getting these raggedy ass dudes, and these girls having a whole bunch of babies and don't care nothing about the welfare of their children. And crazy stuff is happening. And now both of these people have made news yesterday because they both have warrants for their arrest. Both of them are charged with 1 count of child neglect with great bodily harm, of course, while Mr. Harris is charged with 5 other counts, including possession of a firearm by a convicted felon and drug trafficking. Why are we not surprised? Let's hit it.
He spoke exclusively with News4Jax.
I worked on the child for 2 rescue services.
The child survived and is expected to make a full recovery, but his mother and her boyfriend...
This will also face more than a dozen additional felony drug and gun charges. And a warning, there are parts of this body camera video some of you may find disturbing. News4Jax reporter Eric Avenue joining us live in studio with more on the chain of events, Eric, leading up to this criminal investigation.
Well, what began as a call to 911 for help dealing with an unresponsive child quickly morphed into a child neglect and drug investigation involving the child's mother and her boyfriend. Just before 8 p.m. last Thursday, a 911 call came from this Satsuma home on West Pineway Avenue. A 1-year-old boy was unresponsive. Deputy Colt Wade was the closest first responder in the area. He arrived within minutes, and the first thing he saw was...
I see a gentleman carrying a baby. Baby is limp. From what I could tell, the baby was not breathing, had no pulse.
The man who carried the baby out to Deputy Wade was 33-year-old Bruce Harris. Deputy Wade's body camera recorded Harris handing the child over to the deputy. Then for several minutes, Deputy Wade is seen trying to revive the child through chest and stomach compression.
1423, have the ambulance, step it up.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
At this point, Deputy Wade is under the impression that the child may have something lodged deep in his throat.
I just thought maybe the child had swallowed some food, and it went down his air pipe.
Moments later, Deputy Wade gets the child to respond, but the little boy is not out of the woods just yet. Paramedics arrived and realized the child may have suffered a drug overdose, so they administered Narcan before taking the boy to the hospital. Deputies say while at the hospital, Harris mentioned the child may have ingested one of his prescription painkiller pills. Afterwards, they say he returned to the house when he found out other deputies were there. This is where things got confrontational.
Had some words with us that, he didn't want us in his house, so forth and so on.
Was that suspicious?
Absolutely.
When deputies did not let Harris into the house, he left again with the toddler's mother, 27-year-old Tasha Thomas. Investigators say the couple traveled to Gainesville where the toddler was transferred to a children's hospital. While they were gone, deputies executed a search warrant on the home. The search turned up baggies of marijuana, cocaine, meth, an assortment of opioid pills, illegal guns and ammunition, and bags of a white powdery substance that is yet to be tested at the crime lab. Deputies who searched the house say the drugs and guns were within reach of a child. Deputies say the irony in all of this is the fact that Thomas is a nurse with 4 additional children. They say all of her children, who are under the age of 6, were living in what has been described as a drug house. Deputy Wade is the father to a 5-year-old. The mere fact that small children were around illegal and deadly drugs and firearms is personal. As a father, not as a law enforcement officer, what goes through your mind?
Completely unacceptable. Completely unacceptable, especially in this county. We will not have it.
On Tuesday, an arrest warrant was issued for Harris and Thomas. Both face child neglect charges, but Harris faces nearly a dozen extra felony drug and gun charges. Now, the 1-year-old who overdosed is now in protective custody. Deputies say they have no idea where Thomas's other 4 children are and who is taking care of them. She and her boyfriend are now wanted fugitives. Deputies believe the couple is still in the area and have been searching for them all day. They also believe Harris is possibly armed and dangerous given his violent criminal past. So if you see them, you are urged to call 911 and not engage them. Reporting live from the studio, Eric Avanier, Channel 4, the local station.
Okay, that's the story of these fucktards. Now, let's keep it real. This right here is straight up lunacy. It is. Now, say this guy, Bruce Harris, as a president at 33 years old, had a drug house with drugs and guns within the reach of children. Now, I want you to remember that. That's the first thing that pisses me off. Look at all of that shit that's in that house. Think about that. Look at all of that stuff that's in the house. All of that laying in prison. You had that out in the open, doing your thing, hustling. You had a woman that was with you, following your leadership. And that's the one thing I want to keep talking about. When you see 2 people, both of them now on the run, wanted by law enforcement. When you see 2 people together, regardless of how they look or what age they are, it's always some type of mental connection that binds the 2 and keeps them together. Says she got 5 kids in 6 years, all under the age of 6 years old. That's stair-step like a motherfucker. And at any given time, nothing kicked in her head to say, hey, I want the best for my children. No matter how many she had, you could have as many children as you had. You want. Long as you got a plan and a place to take care of them. But these children wasn't taken care of because you can tell by what happened to a 1-year-old. I want you to think about this. This woman's a nurse. She's in the hospital. She sees all type of effects and influence, negative influences that drugs have on people, whether it's the violence inflicted upon them or just the use of these illegal drugs that mess people up. And she had that in a fucking home. If she's a nurse like they say, she's working, what, 12-hour shifts? Some of y'all are nurses in here. I know some of y'all. Reply in the comments. And y'all work 12-hour shifts, right? You had them babies around this dude in a drug house. Police come. The man run outside with the kid. Get the kid to the officer. Scratching his fat ass head. He don't know what happened. Never know what happened. I don't know. I think he ate some of my prescription medication. What, that medication that you prescribed? That's your prescription medication? Child ingested it. He's 1 year old. She got 5 kids. He's the one that was hurt was 1 of 4. I mean, one of those 5. So you had 4 other opportunities with children having experience. And you mean to tell me you never seen children curious, put things in their mouth that they don't understand or don't know when they're little? When they're crawling around, they put things in their mouth to identify with it? If it's food or not? You never seen that in them other 4 times of bringing up children? Come on. Call it for what it is. This ain't no mother. This is just a breeder. And that's the problem we got out here. Regardless of the color or the religion or the creed or whatever, in America, there's a lot of freedom to where we got all these breeders, but not enough mothers. And when I say mothers, I'm talking about instinct. We've lost our way. Silly people sometimes. This fat ass motherfucker right here. See how nasty he was when he was walking and shit? Oh, fat, nasty ass dude. Ain't worth a damn, human garbage, and you following up under him. He going on his way to the hellfire, you right behind him, holding on to that nutsack. This is disgusting. Don't nobody want to see no lifeless baby being brought out and a bunch of people, I don't know what the fuck happened. And then you got the mom in the background. She, oh my God. Oh my, shut the fuck up. Stop it. It's always the same shit. It's almost like scripted acting when you see this type of stuff. How can you say you hurt when you didn't see the inevitable coming? You didn't think at one point or another, those kids would come in contact with those drugs? Hell, you probably beat some of their asses for trying to touch the shit. Come on. Now you want to run, can't go to work, got a nursing license, probably going to get that revoked because you got in trouble, because you can't report to work. You and him running, they done took his drugs and stuff. What you going to do? Said they don't know where the babies is and all this other stuff, but that one baby is in CPS custody and you ain't even checked up on it. Because if you did, they'd have caught you. See the game? It's fucked up. It's fucked up. You got a bunch of people out here having babies by just any goddamn body and no plan. It's like the basic foundation of what a relationship is loss. Loss. I like you, you like me, let's fuck. Oh, I'm pregnant. Okay. You get on my nerves. You get on my nerves too. Fuck you. I don't need you to have this baby. On to the next one. Seriously. Makes no sense. You never devalue yourself to go through something like that. I know people that got multiple children and feel as though, hey, I got a lot of kids and ain't nobody gonna want me, so I'll take what I can get. That right there shouldn't even be on the menu or a sign you even look at. This dude looked like shit. Said he had a violent past and all this other stuff. And you know, you pick a man, he's your man, you expect him to act like a man and you follow his leadership. And when they do some unsavory shit, there you are in the corner with them, looking stupid because you was following right the fuck behind him. I feel nothing. I feel for the baby because he didn't pick his parents, but I feel nothing. For all we know, we don't even know if the baby's his or not. But it's just fucked up that as a man, you couldn't, if you was gonna do that shit, you don't have it around the kids. I had children when I was younger. All boys. I never had my children, when they were in my care, around negative things. It was always about them. I interacted with them and I kept them away from certain type of people and certain type of places and certain type of things, especially things I wasn't around. I was somebody's father. That mattered to me. I was a parent. Things didn't always go right, but when my kids was around me, they knew nothing but their dad. That's the thing. I mean, the act is the act, y'all. But it's the thinking behind those that are doing the act and in their actions of not thinking about those that are entrusted and look up to them for care because they have no other choice. And things like this happen and it's heartbreaking. It is absolutely heartbreaking. And then when you say something about it, people get mad at you. I only talk about stories that, you know, I'm passionate about things. I'm passionate about common sense and all this stuff. This is a common sense channel. Things you do and don't do. And I give my opinion on them. And it's just upsetting that, you know, some people want to deal with semantics instead of ripping a Band-Aid off of this shit and exposing that wound to air so it can scab over and we can start some type of healing process. But too many people is caught up in semantics and want to talk and walk in circles. Fuck it. It is what it is. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm glad the little boy made it. And I hope she don't get the kid back or them other kids, because her head ain't right. And we already know, you know what I'm saying, this dude's head ain't right. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.